Matt and Megan, hi. I am so sad to see you guys go out so early because it seemed like you were really starting to get the hang of things.
I couldn't agree more.
I know it sucks that we were out so early, and I feel like at the beginning we were definitely struggling, and we were definitely trying to keep up a little bit there. But yeah, it
There's a certain art form to just like surviving as the last team to not be out every single time. And I really do think that we were mastering that and it only came to a fall once we got bad directions when we needed the right directions. But nevertheless, every day or every leg, we truly were getting better. So
Yeah, it definitely showed. I want to know about the directions though, because it looked like you might have been hours behind by the time
yeah.
everything wrapped up. What exactly went wrong there?
well, I think just starting in last place as well was kind of difficult because you're kind of starting in the last bit of the pack, and if you're not getting the directions right or the turns right like the first time in a row, I feel like you can kind of slip up and slip up again and slip up again, and it could be kind of a slippery slope. So I feel like that's kind of what happened there in the Czech Republic, or
Yeah,
kind of
like to
just
see the pack in the front of the team like racing around, like, oh God, we need to get this done. It's like, guys, you're like 14 hours ahead of us. You really don't need to be stressing right now.
the fact that they're like writing down directions, giving them to people, putting them on their cars. I'm like, oh, it must be freaking nice.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I haven't seen anyone in 3 days. That would be just seeing
I
another
think it
team
was
would be
just
nice.
hard starting off the race just by ourselves. Like
Yeah,
really it was just challenging because we could never really fully keep up with everybody. So like we didn't really have anyone there to like
even
kind
ask
of
anything
assist.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like our ultimate downfall, even though we were doing great on the last leg because we made it to Kunta Ora in time, we even caught up to Chelsea when she was leaving Kunta Ora. We were seeing her, and she was a few places ahead of us. Like we would have been fine, but when we finished the competition, we just asked for directions and got sent to an IKEA an hour and a half away in the complete opposite direction. So like it wasn't even to go an hour and a half and then come an hour and a half back. Like, now we're 3 hours behind, and then just looking for the place, it was like, oh yeah, now we're like 4.5 hours behind. And it feels like, yeah, we're just
Yeah.
gonna
So
wrap
like with
this up.
every wrong move, it was just like time was just slipping away. And I think
Yeah,
we honestly just did not have enough time to finish.
no.
So when you're that far behind, like how do you keep yourselves excited and happy and motivated there?
Oh, I was having a blast. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in the freaking Czech Republic. I've never traveled outside the US before. So, like, I was kind of just happy to be there. Like, I was like, oh my God, we're in Europe. Like, we went to Prague, we were in Amsterdam. Like, I was just happy to be there. And I know a lot of teams, when you watch The Amazing Race, they get very down on themselves and they get very stressed out if they're in the back of the pack. But I feel like our relationship is so good that we kind of build off each other's energy, and we were able to handle the pressure and honestly handle it with ease because we were kind of just
Yeah.
trying to breeze through it as calmly as possible.
I think from watching your exit interviews, you haven't seen a lot of Big Brother seasons,
I have
especially
not.
towards the end. But like
Busted.
when I got out on Big Brother, I was like, I didn't come in with 750K. Who cares? Even if I was right there, like I would have been fine without the 750K. Same with when we weren't gonna win $1 million. It's like, okay, well, I've lived my life not with $1 million, so I'm pretty sure I'll be all right without it still. I don't know. I just was like, who in their life wins $1 million? Not this guy. So it's like whatever.
That's such a healthy way of looking at it. I cannot believe you guys are as young as you are because you seem so grounded and so positive about everything.
Thank
It's
you.
you're like couple goals, I think. Um,
Thank you. I
Thank
yeah,
you. I
and
mean, I think I could thank my psych degree for that as well in
yeah,
law and school. But I think we both definitely ground each other. And like I said before, we've gone through so much, or we've done van life. We've lived in like 6 different apartments together. We've lived in a tiny dorm room together. Like we've done so many things that kind of tests our relationship. So when we came to this, we were like, oh, we'll just treat it like a fun honeymoon.
yeah.
And that's kind of
And
how we went
at the
into
same
it.
time, try our best. Like, let's be clear, we did really try, and there were moments of stress where there was a lot of emotion. So we, at the end of the day, we were like, okay, if we go into this and we lose, like we got to travel together and we're still together, though we will try our hardest. I just want to make that
No
clear.
regrets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we definitely
regrets.
did try our hardest, but yeah, our skills were limited.
Yeah, yeah.
well, what was the biggest thing you learned while you were out there?
Like about each other or just like cultural?
About each other or in general or anything.
In Europe, that the
People
water
are so
bottle
nice.
caps, like you can they attach to the bottle so that you're not littering caps. I just thought that was pretty
I know,
interesting.
I was trying to take it off for like an hour. I'm like, hey, it's lost.
But the more
Anyway,
relevant thing. Let's see.
I learned that like people are just so nice and helpful. I don't know. Everyone was just so sweet. I feel like every interaction that we had, like people were not angry at first. And I feel like that's kind of what we see here. I think people are just very happy to have people, I don't know, just communicate with them. And it was a really cool experience just interacting with the different cultures and seeing all the different buildings and
Yeah,
churches and bridges in
architecture.
Prague. I think that was really great. And then also just like what I learned from him as well is just like he keeps calm under pressure. Like he did that flower comp for 5.5 hours. And to see him like stay calm and collected the whole time, I was just like, wow, like
Yeah,
that's impressive.
I'm great at not freaking out, honestly, I think. And had it been a skill that I like, for example, the beer one, I did that really fast. But had there been other competitions where like Christine, she's a florist, she was great with the flowers. Like if there was a competition that was like build a piece of furniture, well, guess what? I probably would have been in first place for that. But
Well,
just
maybe that's why they tried to send you to IKEA.
yeah, precisely. And so I don't know, we had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, had you seen much Amazing Race up to that point? Like, what was it? What's your history with the show?
I watched it as a kid. I wasn't a religious watcher by all means, but I definitely watched it growing up. And then once we were asked to be on, we started watching a little bit more of the seasons leading up to us leaving. So that was kind of our preparation going into it. And
I
little did we know we needed a little bit more prep.
I had seen the moment in The Office where they're going on the fun run and talking about the Amazing Race, and that's how I knew about it. But and I also knew because people in our space, like Derek, was on it, so of course I saw some clips from there. Lewis and Michelle, when I stayed at their house last year, I checked it out, but I had never seen it. But I was like, okay, I when I got asked, of course, I watched a bunch of it.
So do you think you'd want to do Survivor now? Like just to knock off the trifecta?
Well, I think it's funny you say that because I bet after my performance, most people would not think I'm going to say yes. But the thing is, and I said this in a few others, so if someone's like binge watching our interviews, I apologize. You're hearing the same thing. But I did the race at 200 pounds and I'm 160 pounds now. So I've lost 40 since getting home. And I've been like half of my day every day is dealt to a fitness journey that I'm on right now. And I think I even look a lot different as I did on the show, clearly. So if I was ever asked to do another show, I would show up as my healthiest and my most fit ever in my life.
And you
And
would
yeah,
do it.
and I would do it.
I would not do it. I would stay on the sidelines and cheer
Yeah.
him on and be like, I had my one and done. I'm good. It was a great experience. But
Yeah, and like watching the race, I'm like, if I was as healthy as I am now, I would have been so much better off. So I made the decision that if I'm ever asked to do a show, I don't know who the hell would watch that and be like, we need him on the show. Then I will show up as my best self.
Well, you don't even need to show up as your best self because I feel like you bring that attitude in there, you're going to be good television anyway, right?
I
honestly,
appreciate
so
that.
true.
Yeah, yeah. It felt like the going into it when I saw like Tucker and Joseph and Taylor and Kylan, I was like, I'm clearly the personality hire here. Like to everyone like,
People are like Olympic athletes,
yeah,
like
literally.
just running circles around us.
And then there's us, just to be funny, I guess.
So, was there anybody in particular that you wanted to work with? And obviously, things didn't shake out where you had the opportunity, but who were you going to work with if you had the chance?
Well, I think we really wanted to work with Joseph and Adam just because Joseph was Matt's best man at his wedding or at our wedding.
Yeah.
So
I
we
didn't
kind
know
of
that.
wanted
That's
to
so
work with
cute.
them just because, you know, we knew we could trust them, but
Yeah.
obviously we didn't have any point in time where we could actually catch up and work with them, which is something we kind of underestimated. I was like kind of going into it being like, oh, we can work with this team, we can do this, we can do that, but you don't like you don't as like the amount of time that you have on the race is so limited, and especially the amount of time you have with other teams, it's basically you with other teams at a challenge that you're all trying to get done, so there's like barely any time to like really talk or talk game, you know. So
Especially at the back of the pack. Like
yeah,
no one's waiting.
especially at the back of the pack, like you are left for dust every single time.
Yeah, and so if like my dream group being at like the thing with Phil, it would have been like Joseph number one. Like even on the mat with Phil when we were leaving, I was like, I'm fine with going. I just hope Joseph makes it far. And I wish they showed pictures of us at our wedding. It was like there's such cute photos of us two getting married with Joseph right there. And so it would have been like Joseph, Taylor's team, and Jag's team. And I mean, obviously, I'm
Cat and
sure.
Alex,
Yeah,
too.
Kat and Alex. I'm sure everyone's like, yeah, I would have liked to work with Jack. Like that's not a crazy statement, obviously, but Jag and Jess are like the kindest people on earth.
They helped us out in like times where we couldn't even find the tandem bikes. Like in that first episode, they're like, "It's over here," and we go the opposite direction. They're like, "No, it's over here," and we're like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, literally.
That's so sweet. Was there any place that you like? Are you going to do more traveling now? Is there any place that you want to see more of, or some place that you wish you'd gotten to go on the race?
So for me, like we got asked our dream destinations beforehand for like the social media post. What did you say?
I think I said Japan.
I said Romania. I my
Mm.
dream in life is to go to Romania. How hilarious. But
I think we would
yeah,
want to travel to other
yeah.
European places and like experience the other countries. But
Someday I'll go to Romania.
someday.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. That's such a left field suggestion too. I love that. I love that. I
Yeah,
hope you do
no,
get
it
there.
seems interesting. I don't know if there's like old war books my grandpa used to read that were based in Romania. So someday.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So,
Yeah,
what's next up for the two of you?
that's a great question.
Well, I am just working. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing. I work for a private jet company, so I'm deep in work and this is my first year and I've been really putting the time and effort into that. But as far as like other social media things,
Oh yeah, so I like am a woodworker on Instagram. Like I made that orange couch. I don't know how to that orange
this
couch,
thing,
and then I
That's
made like
so
the
cool.
tile table and like
this
half the
thing.
things around us that
He
I
makes a lot
built.
of
I made
stuff.
that shelf that's huge. Everything I basically made, and so I have like a bunch of cool collabs coming. I'm doing a luxury furniture piece for Monopoly this week, so it's always different, and I'm just
Yeah, we're
having
busy
fun.
people.
Yeah, definitely.
That's super cool. And I've been enjoying you on Chat BCC. That's been very fun.
You're one of one, then. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's great. Well, thank you both so much for chatting with me today. And of course, don't be strangers. Welcome to come talk race with us anytime.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Awesome.
great at covering on Rob Has a Podcast. I watch all of your pieces on there, and you've been very kind to us. So thank you very much. And
Yes.
you're great at interviewing.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Take care.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.